throughout their lives.
For sure.
When somebody dies, we feel sad. Why do we feel sad? Because we have lost them. But if the soul was pious, then it's not a sad occasion for the one passing away. It's actually an occasion where the pious is relieved from the torments of this dunya. There's a famous hadith that's quoted in Tafsir Ibn Kathir and in Tafsir Qurtubi, two famous books of Tafsir and two books where narrations are always authentic by everybody. And they mention that when a person passes away, the angels take its soul to the souls of the pious people who have passed away earlier, who were new in the world. So when the angels take the soul to those pious people, or to those pious souls, they say that this brother of yours or this sister of yours has just come from a lot of trouble, from a lot of torment. Because when the person dies, the pain of death is difficult. Also in this world it's difficult as well. There's pressures, there's torments, there's troubles. A lot of people fall ill before they die. Even during their lives, people are stressed out and everything else. That's what the Prophet ﷺ said, that this dunya for the believer is like a prison. And when they pass away, they escape from that prison. So when the angels take their soul to the pious souls, they say to those souls that look after your brother or your sister who has now come after so much trouble. So they look after his soul. The soul meets up with all the pious souls. And then those pious souls ask that new person who's come, how is so-and-so, and how is so-and-so, and how is so-and-so. And the pious person, and the person who's deceased tells them about how those people were. So these are the ranks that you get through your deeds. So when you visit your grave, when you visit the graves, you fear death. But you don't just fear death, you do something about it. You try and make your grave a garden of paradise. So that's why the believers are not scared of death, because they're prepared for death and they're ready for death. Just for example, if there's an exam coming, if you're prepared for the exam, you're not bothered. But if you haven't prepared for it, the closer you get to the exam, the more you worry and the more torment you get. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said in many hadiths that Allah Ta'ala has given me a choice to stay on this earth or to go to the next world and gain the blessing of the next world. And I have chosen to go to the next world. So the Prophet ﷺ chose the next world over this world, because Allah Ta'ala said, وَلَلْآخِرَةُ خَيْرٌ لَكَ مِنَ الْأُولَى, that every passing moment of yours will be better. And other people said it means the Akhirah will be better than this world. So for the believer, you want to leave this world as soon as possible. Get out of this trouble and strife and go into that world. Allah Ta'ala promises in Surah Qariya, فَهُوَ فِي إِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ, that when you pass over, either your grave is a garden of paradise or a pit from hell. And if you're pious, then it's a garden of paradise. And who wouldn't want to get to the garden of paradise? And when our pious people pass away, we are sad because we've lost them. But for the person who's passed away, it's freedom for them. If they're going to فَهُوَ فِي إِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ, that means that they are given a life that they're radi with, that makes them happy. They get a life that's happy for them. In this world, you live according to the rules. But in the next world, it will be your rules. It will be what makes you happy. So that's what we should all strive for. And may Allah Ta'ala raise the ranks of those who are deceased here. And may Allah Ta'ala give them a blessed life and in the barzakh and in the akhirat. And may Allah Ta'ala bless all of us with the shifaat of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Azan desem.
Yeah.